Escape the Fate. Just another example of terrible music. Escape the Fate are by far one of the most boring and simplistic bands I have ever listened to. If it wasn't for the fact that they have played at Warped Tour and catered to the scene kids, nobody would care about this band at all. But what really pisses me off is that people actually consider this band to be innovative. You're right. What has this piece of shit band ever innovated? The answer is nothing, and as proof you only have to watch the music video for the song situations. It is a terrible rip-off of Van Halen's Hot for Teacher. But you know what's worse? Falling in Reverse, this crappy rock band is even more simplistic, more boring and more annoying than Escape the Fate. They are so annoying that to this day I have not been able to listen to a single Falling in Reverse song all the way through. I honestly don't understand what is so interesting about this band at all. But here's a quick pop quiz for all of you. What do both of these bands have in common? They were both fronted by this man, Ronnie Radke. In case you don't know, Ronnie Radke was the singer for Escape the Fate, but he got kicked out because he was sent to prison for beating up his girlfriend. When he was later released, he started a new band, Falling in Reverse, and started touring. Besides the fact that he is a woman beater, the guy is a fucking asshole. First, he is known to kick paying fans from his own shows for stupid reasons, such as wearing an Escape the Fate shirt, or chanting the name of other bands, or not being into the show enough. Why would you kick people out of your own show? That doesn't make you look tough, it just makes you look like a piece of shit. Second, Ronnie Radke is simply egotistical and immature. And to boost his ego, he has a huge following of stupid 13-year-old scene kid girls who will support him no matter what he does, even though he is a piece of shit. Ronnie Radke, in multiple occasions, has actually gotten the crowds at Falling in Reverse shows to chant "Craig sucks dick." Craig Mabby is the person who replaced Ronnie Radke in Escape the Fate. Ronnie Radke is so egotistical and immature that he has to get his army of scene kids to bash another singer just because he was replaced by him, even though he has a new band and he could be the bigger man and simply move on. Third, Ronnie Radke actually had another band kicked off a tour, and egotistically called it his tour even, though he started nothing at all. Ronnie Radke kicked another band, I See Stars, off of the tour for them having marijuana on their tour bus, because Ronnie Radke had a past drug addiction. What fucking right do you have to say it was your tour, and kick a band off someone else's tour just because you don't like it? And to add insult to injury, later in the tour the crowd would chant for I See Stars, and, of course, Ronnie Radke had those people kicked out of the crowd like the piece of shit he is. But above everything else I have mentioned, I think nothing is more awful by Ronnie Radke than the Six Flags incident. At a Six Flags in Ocean City, New Jersey, the one in my state, Ronnie Radke persuaded the management at the Six Flags to allow Falling in Reverse to play at the theme park. At the end of the show, Ronnie Radke threw several of the mic stands into the crowd and caused several people in the audience to get hurt. Besides that, Ronnie Radke chose not to take responsibility for the incident. Instead, he decided to say that it was just how a metal show is and it's a rough environment. And what's worse is that his cult of 13-year-old fans supported him all the way. That's fucking bullshit. What other show have the bands ever thrown objects like mic stands? I would understand if it was a water bottle or something small like that, but this was different. It was a fucking mic stand. Because of this incident, Six Flags no longer allows heavy metal bands to perform at the park, even though Falling in Reverse are not metal in the first place. And because of Ronnie Radke, he has screwed it up for everyone else that would like to perform there. And he still refuses to take responsibility to this day. I think I have said all of the reasons this guy is shit, and if there are any of Ronnie Radke's cult followers that are watching right now and planning on leaving a hate message, all I can say is go ahead. At the end of the day, you know that everything that was said here is true. Fuck Escape the Fate, fuck Falling in Reverse, and most importantly, fuck Ronnie Radke. Thank you and goodbye.